Just waiting for the live feed to come up. Are we live? Oh, we are. Okay. Hello. Welcome to David Shephard's Facebook Live. So good morning, good evening, good afternoon, depending on where you are in the world, or for that matter, what time you're watching this, because I know that we get a lot of people who continue to watch the Facebook Lives throughout the week. So welcome, whatever time you're watching this. I can see some people on here already. Claire, hi Claire. Remco, hi Remco. Magic, great to see you, Magic. Monica, and I can't actually see exactly who's watching on the platform I'm using. So if you give us a thumbs up or put a little comment down there, then I'll know you're watching. I can name check you. Hi Carmel, great to see you. So I've been doing a theme over the last three, and Lisa, hi Lisa, glad you could join us live this time, which is great, on the presuppositions of NLP, which has been fantastically received, which I'm delighted about, to be honest with you, because I think they are the underpinnings of what makes NLP work. So I'm pleased that you're liking them and you're liking my take on them. And it is, as I said in the first one, it is my model of the world. Anna, yes, hi Anna. So you might find people in the NLP world who disagree with me, but there we go. That's fine. I'm fine with that. So we have another set of presuppositions to go through tonight, which are the presuppositions around resources and people. And I've been reviewing these today and having my latest thoughts on them. And I don't really know if I've got any favourite presuppositions of NLP, but these ones particularly, I think, are very empowering. They're very freeing for people. So let me bring up the slide for you so you can have a look at what we've got there. So the first one, there are no unresourceful people, only unresourceful states. So, what does that mean? I think, again, we've got to put the broader scope on this in that the presuppositions of NLP are never taken as being absolutely true. They are convenient beliefs, which when you adopt them and when you act as if they're true, you get significantly better results for your clients and for yourself too. So there are no unresourceful people, only unresourceful states. So obviously an unresourceful person, if we actually had that someone was unresourceful, then there's not a lot we can do. Whereas if we say that there's no such thing as an unresourceful person, only unresourceful states, then if we enable a person to change their state, which obviously NLP is very good at enabling people to change their state, then that person becomes resourceful. They're resourceful anyway. It's just the state they're in at that particular point in time. And, we talked in a previous Facebook Live about everything being a behavior. Not who a person is. So, the difference between identity and behavior. Hi, Tina. Nice to see you. And therefore, we don't need to change the person. We just need to change the state. We just need to change the behavior, which I think is a very, very empowering thing to think about. Now, let's have a look at the second one. Everybody is doing the best they can with the resources they have available to them. I might kind of modify that a little bit by saying everyone is doing the best they can with the resources that they believe they have available to them. That puts a little bit of a different spin on it. Because, I was just running our Fix Your Mind seminar this weekend, and one of the big things that we deal with in that is major limiting beliefs. And, if you had a major limiting belief, like, I'm not good enough, then, you could well have some major resources within you that, because you have this belief of I'm not good enough, doesn't enable you to tap into them. So with those kind of things operating, what we've got is the person at this particular point in time is doing the best they can with the resources that they believe that they have available to them. If we were to shift our beliefs about what resources we've got, if we were to work with somebody else to shift their beliefs about what resources they could tap into, then they would get significantly greater results. The thing for this one, though, I think the ultimate thing for me, if you think about it for yourself, if you think about it for other people, it implies forgiveness. Where you are at this particular point in time, no matter what it is that you're doing, you are doing the best you can with the resources that you believe that you have available to you. So that if you were to change your belief, if you were to assist a client in changing their belief about the resources that they had available to them, they would still be doing the best they can, and the results that we're getting will be significantly greater. So I think it removes the blame, the fault, all of those kind of things which we've discussed really in the earlier Facebook lives. And last week I was at the Yes group. Some of you might have seen all the crazy pictures of me with various people at the Yes group last Wednesday, I think it was. And Alan Cleenans was speaking, which is one of the reasons why I went along to see him, as well as Pajouf, one of Tony Robbins' speakers. And Alan said something which, it was a spin on something that, I've said a lot myself, about the idea of peeling back the layers of an onion as we work on ourselves. And somebody had asked him, so Alan, when do we finish peeling back the layers of an onion? And he said, when you die. And then the person asked Alan, well, what happens then? And this is the thing that I absolutely loved. Alan said, you come back as another onion, which I'd never heard that take on it before. I love that. But this is the thing. We're always doing the best we can with the resources we believe we have available to us. We put ourselves into another new challenging situation, and we might feel unresourceful, and yet we change our belief about the resources that we can tap into, and then we become resourceful and we can get the result we want. So that one, that one is probably one of my favorites, if I have favorites. Then, if we put an extra spin on this, everyone has all the resources they need to succeed and to achieve their desired outcomes. So, with these beliefs, it means there is no one at all, that couldn't achieve any outcome, provided they're able to discover within them the resources that they need to use to achieve it. And these are the primary presuppositions I use when I'm coaching someone. Key distinction for me between coaching and mentoring. Coaching is, there's no tell, there's no teach, there's no advise. Coaching is purely asking questions. And the belief that you have in coaching questions, which I teach in the Achievement Coaching Bootcamp, it's also available in the app, Coaching Skills for NLPers, is that people don't need to be told. They don't need to be taught. They don't need to be advised. No matter what their goal is, inside of them deeply, they know the answer. They know the solution. They know what they need to do. It's just they're not able to find it. So my questioning them when I coach them enables them to discover those hidden resources. To be able to coach somebody truly in that way, you've got to operate from these particular first three presuppositions that we're talking about here. And have that firm belief that it's just a matter of asking people questions to actually be able to discover the deep resources within them that will enable them to achieve the result. Now, the final one is kind of related to both these. Just going back onto full screen, but just a second, guys. Bit of a technical hitch. Oh no, there we go. I'm back. Full screen. The final one, I've modified it a little bit in that in traditional NLP, it was taken from the law of requisite variety, which is something, a law that comes from systems theory that said that any part of the system that had the most flexibility controlled the system. That for me kind of went a little bit against the cause and effect, the perception is projection, responsibility for change perspective. Soren, nice to see you, Soren. I just saw you arrive. Thanks for being here. Well, from a responsibility for change, if we totally took that presupposition or the law of requisite variety to be true, then if we were more flexible than another person, it would suggest that we control that other person. And that doesn't really apply for me in NLP, as in, can you get somebody to do something against their beliefs and wishes with NLP and timeline therapy and hypnosis? And my experience is that, no, that's not the case. A great example of that was I was doing a stage show, hypnosis stage show on my master practitioner training, which I do on a regular basis. I actually do on every master practitioner training. And I teach you how to do stage hypnosis on my hypnosis trainers training. One of the classic things is where you have somebody have the number 4 disappear. So you'll say, have the number 4 disappear from your mind, completely disappear from your mind, number 4 will have vanished, completely disappeared. And then you have them count your fingers and they go 1, 2, 3, 5, 6. Is that how many fingers I'm supposed to have? No, you're supposed to have 5. Okay, great. Let's count down then. And this is what one of my demonstration subjects did. 5, 3, 2, 1, spare. Great example of the creativity of the unconscious mind. Now, I got one volunteer, one subject on the stage. He's totally up for this. And I give him that suggestion. He's deeply entranced. As soon as I said the number 4 will disappear, bam, he's back wide awake and said, no, it won't. Now, of course, in NLP, whenever anybody says that they can't do what you're asking them to do, then you ask them for what purpose. So I said, for what purpose can you not have the number 4 disappear? And he said, I'm an accountant. It's more than my job's worth. That's how you hypnotically create a creative accountant. So if you can't even make something innocuous as the number 4 disappear, how are you going to get somebody to do something that's way beyond those kind of things? So I changed that particular presupposition of NLP, the way it was worded, to be the person with the most flexibility has the greatest influence on other people. So I like that word influence. It's why I created Masters of Influence. Having an influence over people, being able to influence them to not only change their thinking and also change their behavior. And in many situations, that's going to require a lot of flexibility on your behalf. Because, as a coach, as a therapist that I do a lot of, you will find clients that if you are less flexible than them, will use all of their flexibility to keep their problem. Whereas what you need to do is to use your flexibility in having them let go of their problem. And, a lot of these things in NLP, I think, remind me of what children naturally do. Children are naturally flexible. They don't have these rigid rules that us as adults have. So they go, right, well, if I don't want to go walking down the street, I'm just going to sit down on the pavement and not go anywhere. As an adult, you would, hi Ad, how are you? Great to see you in the Netherlands. I hope you're back from your travels of Hawaii and Huna, and I think you were off to Thailand or Singapore or somewhere else wonderful after that. So I hope that all went well for you. So we really need to be able to develop flexibility to be able to do things that other people wouldn't actually be okay with. They might think it was a little bit rude. They might think it was a little bit outrageous. They might think it would be a little bit crazy. And though it's giving yourself the permission as a coach, as a mentor, as a speaker, as a presenter, as a trainer, to do those kind of things, to break the rules every now and again, when necessary, to enable somebody to get the result. And any of you who've ever trained with me, you'll know I'm a little bit bonkers and a little bit crazy. So it's actually a useful thing to be able to do that with clients, and also to do that with your audiences as a presenter. So there's our 4 presuppositions of NLP for tonight. I think that's pretty much dealt with the major ones. So that's 4 Facebook Lives. If you want to go through all of them, they're all there on my page if you scroll down. They're also in the group, David Shephard's Facebook Lives. They're all in there. But also what I've done is, because people were saying to me, what was that one you did on team building? What was that one you did on sales? What was that one you did on Huna? What was that one you did on relationships? Because people are using these videos, which I'm delighted about, as a major resource for themselves. If they're putting together an event for themselves, or they're seeing a client, they want to get some ideas about it, that's exactly what I put these together for. So it's not easy to categorize them in Facebook or in YouTube. So what I've done is I've now created a new menu option in the app, which is available here, davidshepard.com. There you go. And you've now got live training videos. So all the Facebook Lives that I've done, we've been doing them now for well over a year. All of those Facebook Lives are in the app, and all the new ones are uploaded there too. But they're uploaded under category. So if you want to find one that's based on is NLP, it's there. If you want to find one on hypnosis, it's there. If you want to find timeline therapy, mental emotional release, it's there. If you want to find a Huna one, it's there. But equally, if you want to find one that's under sales, if you want to find one that's under relationships, if you want to find one that's under health, personal growth and development, then that's all there too. So if you haven't already, then please subscribe. I based it on the Netflix model. So all you need to do is you need to subscribe. You get it for a month for free. You can cancel any time in that month, in which case, if you cancel in the last day of the month, you don't pay anything. Hey, But my thing is around making sure we create so much value for you that you think it's a no-brainer to stay. And after that, you can get it for £67 for an entire year or $6.99 a month. So check that one out, and I'll see you again next week with a new theme for our Facebook Lives. If you've got a new theme that you would like me to cover, then please let me know. Put something down in the comments on this video, or send me a private message, and I will do my best to cover that particular theme. I want it to be of value to you. If you don't give me anything, then I'll just come up with something myself. I've got loads of ideas. So anyway, have a fantastic morning, afternoon, evening, depending where you are in the world when you're watching this. We've got a holiday weekend here in the UK. So if you're in the UK and it's a holiday weekend, then have a fantastic weekend. We've got brilliant weather, apparently, which I'm very much looking forward to. And I'll see you again next Thursday at 7 p.m. British Summer Time at the moment, which is 1800 UTC, on Facebook Live. See you again. Bye.